Yo, I'm live. I'm Alex. How's it going? Um, so this is not gonna be a mixing session tonight. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. This weekend, I got a chance to record a band in their rehearsal space, and we did everything live. There's no tempo. It was just the band playing. We did three songs. We did three takes of each song, with the purpose of putting together like an EPK or a demo reel, just something that they could send out to venues and other bands and say, "Hey, this is us. Let's book some shows." And I've worked on two of the songs already. The band said it was cool if I did some edits on the first song or one of the songs that they did, just to kind of like show off how I'm processing things, and how I'm making these three takes of this one song kind of congeal and effectively comp together. So yeah, it's a process. It's tedious. It's probably not going to be super duper interesting, but hopefully you can learn something. And if nothing else, you'll watch me drink a whole bunch of Shinerbach. I probably sounded gross in the mic. I don't care. Anyways, I have no idea if anybody's even watching, aside from me. It says chat is disabled for this live stream. I don't want the chat to be disabled. How do I enable chat? I need the chat. I guess I'll turn it on, like actually watch the video. Whoop, there we go. Wait, how do I enable chat? Fucking stupid. I'm gonna have to go in my settings, maybe? Edit? Nope, probably don't want to do that. Well, that sucks. I was hoping I could enable chat. Anyways, let's see. Stream. Guess I can't do anything at all. Well, I'm sorry. You'll just have to leave comments and like just scream at me over the internet, and maybe I'll hear you. Anyways, so let's do a little bit of a rundown on what happened this weekend. So band hit me up. They said, "Hey, let's record something. We need some demos." I said, "Cool. I've got gear. These are all the mics I used on the drums. Snare top, snare bottom. That was actually wound up being the kick out, kick in, tom mics. One of these went kaput, so instead of using this, I used a large diaphragm attachment to one of these mics, and then I used this as my other stereo overhead. And then the coolest sounding pair that I set up, that I'm really proud of, are these two ribbon mics, and I set those up behind the drummer, so it kind of looked like rabbit ears. And I've got another picture somewhere around here. So there's the space, snare top. You can see these two mics are pointing down, so this mic is capturing this batch of the drum kit. This mic is capturing this batch of the drum kit. And I'll play some audio samples so you can hear how it all worked out. I wish my chat was working, so if anybody's here, I could talk to you. And I'm not just talking nonsense. And then this is the rest of the performance. So I recorded guitar microphone and then a DI. I recorded a guitar microphone, a Sennheiser 609, and then a DI. And then bass was straight DI off of this thing. And then vocals were recorded live with the rest of the music. And that was a 58 on the lead vocalist and another 58 on the backup vocalist. So it was a pretty simple session, and it looks like this whenever it's all done. And let's listen to there we go. Let's listen to some stuff just raw as it is, so you can kind of hear what we're going for. So a little bit of basic EQ. And I have done a little bit of playing around so far. Vocals, 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 vocals. EQ, EQ, EQ. So here's just my drums. That's it. It sounds kind of pretty simple. Let me turn off my send on all these. So you can hear there's bleed. Yeah, you can hear some bass. Let me play these rabbit ear overheads. So these are just ribbon mics behind the drummer. Like, to me, that could be it. I don't need a whole lot else. Genre dependent. That could be a drum sound. And then here are my 2 overheads that were my completely unmatched spaced pair, which I'll show you those. My Octava with the large diaphragm, and then my blue baby bottle over here. And they work. They're fine. Completely unbalanced and unmatched and whatever. But they work. Kick in. Kick out. Does not sound great. That AKG 214 is not super great. And then the rest of the mics are whatever. So I'm going to do what I've done 2 other times to this song. Like, these are all 3 takes of the same song. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to tempo map the song by hand, manual, beat at a time. And then I'm going to set up markers, and then I'm going to basically start comping together track 1, track 2, and track 3, so that one of these 3 is going to be the main take, and then I'm using bits and pieces from the other takes to kind of correct any errors, like you would do if you were normally comping a track. And I'm doing this without a click, and I think that's the cool part. And so we're going to create a much better production, sounding production, for basically a live band showing off what they sound like. But it's kind of like not the best version of it, but a better version of it, without going through the hoops of overdubbing and layering and all that other shit. So, yeah, let's turn on my very basic processing again. So that we have a little bit of something to listen to, and it sounds a little bit of mixing. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is I want to group all of these tracks to make sure they are hanging out. Control G on Cubase groups them all. So now if I move one and I select one, I select them all. And over here, I've already done this process, so I know that my tempo is going to be somewhere around 81 BPM. I'm going to line up my bass right here because this is the first track. I'm going to line up that first note to a downbeat somewhere. And I might need to just go turn off my thingamabobber right there, turn it back on, give it a little bit of extra juice. Okay, so now bass. And you can hear it goes off the click at some point because they're not playing to a click. So now I got to fix that. So here's my warp grid. I'm going to bend the grid to this performance. Bam, first point. And I'm I'm going to do it a measure at a time. You could go through and use the project. Where is it? Or is it under audio and then advanced something or other and not that. It's in here somewhere. Basically, you're creating a tempo track from audio. Maybe it's under here. Tempo detection. There we go. I could use tempo detection, but it's bad in Cubase. Like, it just doesn't work. And it does everything on like an eighth or a quarter note at a time. And that sucks. It's not good. It's not accurate. And I'd much rather have a broader scope of things for the tempo, like do a measure at a time, 2 measures at a time if I can. And that way, if there's like a train wreck that happens in a tom fill, I can fix that tom fill with respect to that new grid. Right? So it still fits within that measure or two of the drummer's playing style. Okay, back to work. I probably want to zoom in a little bit. The bass is the least fun of these things to do. Speeding up a little bit. I'm just lining up the markers. And you know what? I want to deselect that because I don't actually want to see the hit points in that. Okay. Okay, back to work. So I've got it. Some toms hit right there. That's where my drums come in. Okay. Why don't I have a kick drum right there? Uh-oh. Something go up. Those guys went out. I grabbed those. Seemed weird. That's an easy fix. I'm going to snap my stuff to grid. I'm sorry. So now my events are matching. And that should be not at all okay. What the fuck is going on here? Well, son of a bitch. Just gonna have to undo a whole bunch of stuff real quick. Okay. That's okay. Sometimes shit happens. Turn that back on the grid. Okay. Fixed. Sorry about that. Sometimes I'm an idiot. Turn that guy back on. And right now I'm looking at the bass track in blue, trying to kind of eyeball where the hits are. pretty good. Okay, so a little bit Russian. Right, just looking right down here to make sure everything's in line. Okay. And then right there, getting that hit right there. Okay, so now once I'm up here, I'm going to start looking at the kick drum and also the snare drum. And now it's just the process of going through and lining up all the different downbeats. The other thing I'm keeping an eye out is making sure that these snares are generally going to hit on the 2 and the 4 up here. And let's see, that's pretty good. Sometimes he goes a little, not playing a straight backbeat. But he's pretty good about hitting the 2 and the 4 every single time. A little rushed on the fill. It's okay. On this part, he's probably slowing down just a hair. That's good. 25 is good. Speeding up just a hair there. 27, you see that he's just doing a big fill. Bending this tempo to the drummer. Now, I'm not actually going to go through and do any real correction on his performance unless, like, there's just a massive train wreck where I don't have any other takes that I can pull from. Because this is a live performance. Like, the idea is you go see this band perform live, and their name is Last Rejection, by the way. I'll post the Facebook link in my description later if you want to listen to this and check it out whenever they release it, if they release it. Yeah, this is how the band sounds live, and that's what what you hear is what you're going to get if you go see them. I have the vocals muted, don't I? I don't really need the vocals for this. All right, something went wonky there. Here to measure 860. I think this is that backbeat part. Okay, so here I don't have a downbeat to hit off of on 260 because he plays around it. So I'm just going to kind of go through and look at my snares and make sure that those are hitting on the 2 and the 4. And not quite. So I'm going to pull this guy back just a little bit. Or, you know what, better yet, I'm going to use this guy. I'm going to grab him in the middle, and I'm going to look at this, and I'm going to look at this, and try to get those a little bit closer to the grid marks. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Okay. So let's listen back a little bit just to make sure I'm not fucking everything up too hard. Okay. So everything's a little bit more locked into a tempo. Not necessarily the tempo, but a tempo. What I like about that is, in working like this, is it keeps the natural vibe of the band, but it still lets me, if I need to, do some other production tricks, like layering synths and having that be kind of on the grid. Timing delays, that's a big one. I like to use time delays on guitars and vocals. Yeah, it just makes it a little bit easier. And also comping. Comping's going to be a big deal here after I finish this. See, sped up a whole bunch right here. Just by adjusting this one spot, it's kind of corrected everything else. And it's a little bit closer to a tight, you know, where it should be. Cool. So now we got a tempo map. That's it. Easy as that. So now I would go through and do markers on every section, so I know where my intro is, verse, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. But I've already got these created over on this one, so I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate them. And line them up right around there. Right there. And then I just have to kind of tighten it. Right, so. Verse 1. Cool. And now I've got my song mapped. Yay! Hooray for me. Oh, son of a bitch. Did I forget about... Okay. Yep, I think I fucked that up. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I'm gonna have to go back a little bit. Maybe I'm not completely screwed. Maybe I can align it somewhere. I hate it whenever I do that to myself. All right, so I'm just gonna get these things pretty close to lined up. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that's probably good enough. And those should match up. Because these two microphones were placed roughly the same distance away from the big drums. And it's a backing vocal, so I'm going to delete most of that shit anyway. Cool. Control G. Cool. What else do I need to do? We're going to pretend that those are fully locked. And then I'll wait on printing down drum MIDI. I did that on the other two songs, but you know what? I'm just going to honestly delete those because we're going to comp together two of the songs, or two of the these three takes into a single song. And to do that, I need to do one other thing. So I'm going to select all the tracks, and then I'm going to go Audio, Advanced, Set Definition from Tempo. Bam. So now, if I take a section over here and put it over here, the tempos will match up, and all will be well. Like there's not going to be any weird gaps or overlaps or whatnot. I'm going to take a quick pause real quick. Sorry about that. Okay. So yeah, for instance, if I really like, let's go check out the other takes real quick. Oh yeah, there's one other thing that I'm going to do. I'm not going to do it yet. And honestly, I probably should back out of this version. But what I did is I took spectral layers, because here is my vocal bleed.
On your draw. Keepsake sitting in my drawer. Look into my eyes.
Right? There's a lot of bleed in that. With spectral layers and unmixing vocals, I've turned it into this on this take.
Broken trust and broken lies, and now it's time for you to die.
So, yeah, I've added reverb and compression and EQ and shit on that. But there's no drum bleed. So, I'm going to actually back out of this. Oh, fuck me. I didn't do what I'm supposed to do, which is save a version as a track layer. It's okay. I've got a different session somewhere else where I can use that if I need it. Anyways, let's go ahead and start listening through and comping stuff. I think that's what I want to do. Notepad. We got a whole list. Drum edits, bass edits, guitar edits. Yeah, I'll do all that stuff. That's a list of things that I have to remember to make myself do, or else I'll just go fucking crazy. Yeah. So I think take 2 was the best of the 3 takes. So I'm going to listen through this, and I'm going to listen for just fuck-ups. And if I hear a fuck-up, then I'm going to go to this similar spot and get a better version of it. So I don't really care. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're going to listen through. We're going to listen for fuck-ups.
Soul on fire, move me straight to the house. Sacrifice your body, I'll never tell. Keep your love secret and hide you deep inside my mind. Broken trust and broken lies, and now it's time for you to die. Come look inside my soul, find your fears forever. Let it tap upon your door. Come look into my eyes, make your fears forever. Keepsake sitting in my drawer. Memories surround me, reminders that I feel. Reflection of my God. Love is never ending, why you lie. Broken trust and broken mind, and now it's time for you to die. Look deep inside my soul, face your fears forever. Keepsake sitting in my drawer. Come look into my eyes, find your fears forever. Let it.
You know, I want to see if there's a better tom fill right here. Because it just kind of feels to me. So we're in pre-chorus 2. Let's go to take 1.
Look into my soul, face your fears forever. Keepsake sitting in my drawer.
think I like pre-chorus 2 better.
Look into my soul, they sure feel forever. Running at the point.
Yeah, I like pre-chorus 2 on take 1 best. So let's take all of this. Do I need to take all of that? Yeah, might as well. Even from the vocal. And we're going to go over here to pre-chorus 2. Bam. And now all of it's pasted right there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll just mute that for the time being.
Broken trust and broken mind, and now it's time for you to die. Look deep inside my core, they sure feels forever. Keepsake sitting in my drawer. Come look into my eyes, find your feel forever. That it steps upon your door. Yeah, you sleep with the dead, and love can be the river. Now you sleep with the dead. I keep these memories of you. You sleep with the dead, and love can be the river. Now you sleep with the dead, and love will not.
Let's see if I have a better take of that fill somewhere. Alright, and we're going to take that and put that over at the end of our chorus. Make it simple. I should have kept these things locked as a group. Not the end of the world, it's just slightly irritating.
Our love can be forever. Our love can be forever. Our love will never end for you.
That's better. And let's pull that just right about there. And then crossfade.
Forever. Our love will never end for you.
Done. Oh, man. I just had a great idea. I could take the vocal from take 1 and put it on the vocal on take 2, and maybe even the vocal on take 3, and I can create doubles. And then from there, I may be able to create harmonies. That's another time. It's an option, but it's for another time. Right now, I'm just trying to get a good comp take of this song.
Never end for you.
I need to get a better take of those guitars in that solo area. Or the bridge. Ooh. Okay, so I got that guitar, and then maybe I need to fix this bridge guitar right over here. Oh, also, I'd like to point out that I am actually using the DI for guitar tone. The actual amp sound, I'll bring it up just real quick. So it's cool. It was a the Marshall DSL with the 412 and the Sennheiser 609, something like that. It was cool. It sounded good, but I was just getting a lot of bleed, and that's bleed I don't want. And same thing over on this guy. So I'm using my Line 6 Helix Native and just kind of figuring out an approximate tone to make it a little jazzy, funky. All right, let's try take 3 real quick. I think that was pretty okay. No, that last note is kind of bugging me. Let's see what we're doing over here. On take 1. I like the last note, and otherwise I'm going to take 3. That guy goes over there. A bridge. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. That's the one. No, I don't like. Man, I'm not getting what I wanted. He's just a note flat. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this guy. And where's my bridge? Nope, that's the outro. I might have to do something a little funky. I'm not proud of it, but I'm going to do it. Because that's the note that I want right there. I'm sorry for purists of the guitarist persuasion, but I have to make you sound good. I'm going to stretch that out just a little bit, and then I'll kill that, and then do something like that right there. Actually, no. Keep that. What we'll do is this, and then apply time stretch. Fuck, man. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. What are you doing, man? Alright, so time stretch doesn't work apparently. Stupid. That needs to hit right there. That needs to come right over there. I'm your editing god. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do some other funky stuff to this. I think after I render down the comp and take everything out of musical mode, it should be okay to really do a time stretch. But yeah, that's what I have to do, and I'll throw on a delay, and it'll fill it out nicely. Anywho, I think we got that part taken care of. Let's listen to the solo now. Okay, on that one, he actually forgot the lyrics to the third verse, I think. So I'm going to have to steal it from over here. I remember hearing that the bassist liked the outros, kind of gurgling, screaming things better. Yeah, I'll keep those. Maybe looks a little different. Maybe didn't do it as much. Yeah. Cool. I think that's my comp. I think. No other cleanup done just yet, but I think that's the comp that I'm going to go with. Although it does speed up kind of a lot right here. I wonder. If right over here. It does feel better. It's full measure. It's just speeding up. I'm gonna copy that build up right over there. I want you to switch it to linear mode. Okay. And where's my build up? There we go. Yeah, it feels a little bit better. Like this, just the space in between in those snare drum hits with the build up don't feel like that they are so kind of rushed together. It's even though it's a little bit faster, sped up part right here, the performance is kind of where it needs to be. And let me go ahead. You know what? I'm going to just pull that back a little bit. Pull that back a little bit. And now we can crossfade. Cool. So now I save. And then I take all of this shit. J. All right. I'm going to copy all this, and then I'm going to go to track version, add new track version, paste, and then all the rest of this shit is going to get rendered down, and this is actually going to take a hot minute because it's got to map all of this tempo shit into the audio files, and then it'll turn off musical mode. So that's going to take a hot minute. And I think I'm going to leave you at this point tonight if you've watched me at all so far. I wish the chat was working. I don't know why it isn't. But yeah, this is going to render down. Hopefully it doesn't crash Cubase. And I'll be back with another issue of editing and getting this stuff ready for a mix. So thanks for watching if you watched. And if you didn't watch, no thanks. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, we'll see you next time.